Hello traders, good afternoon. This is July 12th, 2015. We're going to go over some more charts. The next ticker symbol I'm going to look at is Southwest Airlines. Ticker symbol is LUV. This is a stock. A lot of questions came in this week. Few people actually asked me, why do I trade JetBlue over Southwest Airlines? So I'm going to go over why and make people understand that, I don't pick trades because people say, pick a trade. Okay. But if you look at Southwest Airlines going back to January, it had a little run from October 2014 right here. It went all the way up to $47, and this run started at the $28 level down here. So from $28 it went to $47. All right, back in October to January 2015 here. Okay, so when you look at the stock, it had a nice little move. So you normally would expect a consolidation or some sideways action, yes, which it did. But this high right here of 47.17 was a poor high because it never came back to touch it. All right, it came back to touch it several months later. Okay, all the way back in March or later on in March 16, it came up here. Since here it tried 1, 2, 3, at least 4 times up here, and it couldn't break. It couldn't penetrate past this 46.41 or 46.53. This area right here, it couldn't pass this area right here. So price, this was a poor high. Price couldn't touch this and continued. So price came collapsing back down below the 20-day moving average, below the 50-day moving average. And right here, you thought it would have bottomed out right here and continue on. No, it came all the way crashing back down to the 200-day moving average. And again, it couldn't hold the 200-day moving average. So what do I have here? My fib retracement also. So on my fib retracement, you could see here the 61.8, it couldn't hold. And down to this 38.2%, it couldn't hold. So what does that tell you? This is not a stock for you to be putting your money in right away. It's a stock you got to wait to see where it starts turning around at. All right, if you're a long-term investor, you love Southwest, by all means, like I love JetBlue, buy Southwest. No problem with that. But you have to know why you're buying it and what's the price action is looking like. So after a nice little run from, and this is the second leg of 2014, because you can see 2014 it started at $27. It made a nice move up to 35 and pulled back down to 28, 29. So, the stock was on a nice run. So, but, after seeing the sideways action, it couldn't come back and retest this. So me personally, I would be out this stock. So what am I looking for right here? I'm looking for it to close above this bar right here, which was Friday bar, 34.05. And those of you guys who are in tune with the market, there's a lot of things going on right now. Greece, China, Puerto Rico. There's a few, things going on in the markets right now that are affecting market conditions. So the overall market is down. All right. So, those of you who understand that means the overall market is down. Exactly what I'm saying. Okay. So the majority of the companies that are, that are supposed to be doing well right now, everybody is down because of what's going on in Greece and China. So when I'm looking at a stock like this, the market is down. The market hasn't rebounded yet. And I'm looking at my charts. So I'm looking at this chart. I'm looking for a turnaround right here. So I'm looking for Southwest to start making, higher lows somewhere here. Okay. It need to have a closing of above $34 for me. $34.05, $34, 34.11, somewhere above $34 is what you need to start seeing before you start. I would look to trade the stock. As you can see, momentum has been to the downside ever since this 47.17 high. Momentum is still to the downside right here. Momentum look like it's picking up right here from June 30th. June 30th, July 1st, momentum started picking up right here. But as you can see, the candles are still kind of red. You had a green candle here on Friday, so got to see if this green action could continue here. And the price can close higher. But above price right here, you can see the 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average, which is what you would be trying to target if the price action start to move upwards. If not, then you shouldn't be trying to catch a falling knife, because like I said, you would need to see some greens before you trade this stock. All right. So I hope you know, this is a good enough reason to tell you guys why I don't trade, or I wouldn't take a trade in this just yet, and why I've taken the trades in JetBlue. So speaking of JetBlue, we're gonna go take a look at JetBlue, which is ticker symbol JBLU. Okay, looking at JetBlue, as you can see, JetBlue's action, you know, almost similar to what Southwest was doing in the beginning here, 2014. But you can see from the October, you know, JetBlue is a company that is how you say, the baby of the airline industry, because they're like the newest company around. They're competing with the big guys, and this is why I would trade a company like JetBlue, because the momentum technically would be behind JetBlue if they can start rolling out some, you know, some decent routes, some you know, cheaper prices. They would be the company I think investors would look to push, you know. But institutions is now going to start looking at JetBlue, because as you can see right here, from $9, they normally don't look at stocks that are $9, but JetBlue right here is sitting at $22. It needs to come back and break this 2140, which it did. It closed just above it at 2172 on Friday, but I need to see the action continue here. And we are in JetBlue. For those of you guys who are, you know, wondering, is he really in JetBlue? As you can see, I am in JetBlue. I picked up 50 more shares at JetBlue at 2066. I picked up originally at 2040. All right, that's another account, but you know, but I am constantly watching JetBlue. It's a stock I constantly trade. As you can see right here, my position was at 2066. We closed at 2172. So right now, technically, I'm up over $1 and change in JetBlue, which technically equals to over 5% gain, and which you know, dollar amount transferred to 61 simple dollars. You know, nothing crazy. We're not millionaires yet, but you know, this is simply how I take trades and how I make trades and how I adjust my trades. So I took on JetBlue right here because JetBlue made a nice high right here. As you can see, this was the first high. It broke this initial high right here. All right, you see right here, this first candle right here, this was the initial high. It pulled back, and then it broke this initial high. All right, and this is a signal that tells me JetBlue is gonna hang somewhere in here. All right, because it came back, it broke this high. It went choppy. We're sitting right on the 61.8 extensions. I draw extensions and retracements, but I'm sitting on the extension, and it pulled back into the 61.8 retracement. So from the extension 61.8 to the 61.8 retracement, perfect place to take a trade. Even if the trade doesn't go anywhere from where, you know, I watched it from this down here, I took the trade exactly where I said I would take the trade, above the 50-day moving average, which is where I took it. Even though it pulled back down here, it came back, and it's coming back and it's testing this high again. All right, so right here is where I'm looking for JetBlue to go and close above this 2178 here tomorrow, when the market open on Monday. So you know, so JetBlue is a stock that I think, you know, is a great stock so far. I've traded numerous times, and you know, I never took a real loss in JetBlue. So this is a stock that I'm looking to trade every time it pulls back. So if it can pull back into this $17 range on this 200-day moving average, then maybe I might unload or buy the mother load down here. But for now, I love the stock where it's at. I love the way the stock is moving. I love the price action. I love how it respects the 50-day moving average. Before here, again here, again here. Okay, right here, you know, it didn't respect the 50-day moving average. It went below it, but it's between the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. As you can see right here, the stock kind of started making higher lows, you know. And what does that mean is, if I could, you know, from this low right here, when I look at the stock from here, from this low going up the slope right here, all right, this is the move the stock is making. So me, I would normally look at it from here, from low to low, okay, and then this is the price action. I would look for it to continue somewhere right here. All right, so even if the stock pull back into here, which, you know, is nothing to panic, because now you have a long price channel right here that is going from this 61.8 down here to this 61.8 down here retracement. I mean extension, from extension to retracement. All right, 61.61, as you can see right here. All right. So I hope this answers a lot of questions on JetBlue and why I trade JetBlue and how technical I get with it. And if you look at down here, my MACD, when it hit the high, it came all the way back down here, and MACD's, the green is over the blue. It's making you know, signal for uptrend. My momentum right here, it crossed up here, and the momentum is up right here. So, and I already started seeing green candles already started happening down here, you know, and the price action right here. So as you can see, green candles of price action, green volume bars, you know, the MACD's turning up, my momentum is turning up, so all the signs are pointing to the upside. So this is why I'm in JetBlue. So quick fast again, I'm gonna do one more. This is Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. Netflix, another one we traded at the 485 and got, you know, we exited most of our position at the 590. So $100 gain on NetBlue, 100%. I mean on NetBlue, on Netflix. Okay, and reason why, and again, I always explain to you why I do what I do. As you can see right here, this was the top at the 100% level. All right, we needed Netflix to break this right here, and it came and it broke right here, going into the 61.8 extension right here. It went right through it. So we was actually in the stock right here, because as you can see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles and a little pullback right here, which is not really a pullback, but as you can see, price action kind of slowed down. But right here is where we got into the trade right before earnings. And going into earnings, we, you know, took a guess on that one, and it paid off. And here we are at over here at this 590 level. So over here, why we got out of the stock right here, because momentum right away started dying down right here. So up here, even though we scaled out of this position at the 590, but as you can see earlier on, once momentum died down, I kind of scale out of the stock. People say, hey, you could have went and got this, but you know, you trade from here to here. If you could constantly trade from here to here, then you're 100% successful. Forget about trying to catch this perfect bottom to this perfect top. It's never gonna happen. All right, it happened without you thinking about it. It happened with you doing a lot of chart, you know what I mean, studying, looking at your charts, and you know, anticipating moves. All right. So me going over the 50-day moving average, even though if I'm watching it, this is where I typically would take a trade anywhere up here. And up here is where I would normally get out of the trade. This sideways action right here, extended from the 50-day, extended from the 200-day moving average. MACD has already crossed down. Momentum has already crossed down. So typically, I'm out the stock right here. Forget about this move. You know. So I hope I went over a lot, you know, in these 3 charts. I give you a lot of, you know, specific details. So, you know, I hope, you know, I answered a lot of questions. So if you have more questions, as usual, you could always send me the emails, the number 3, the letter D, consult me at Gmail. Investors, say I can guarantee you the 5%, 10% return on your investment. If you're interested and you're looking to work with somebody to invest your funds, invest your investment, invest your portfolio, invest your money, feel free to give me a call. Better yet, send me the email, number 3, the letter D, consult me at Gmail. Peace.